This is already the 19th video in my indoor weather station tutorial series, and we've come quite a long way. So we've built our weather station with 7 different sensors, if you've been following along, measuring 8 different environmental variables, and we're able to capture that and save it to the internal SD card of the Raspberry Pi. Now, since we have a Raspberry Pi Zero with Wi-Fi capabilities, how cool would it be if we could also store the data in the cloud so that we can access it from anywhere? And Adafruit has a solution for just that, which is Adafruit IO. And it is actually free, so what you do need to do is create an account with Adafruit. But they have a version that is free, where you get to upload 30 data points per minute, which is fantastic. And you get 10 what they call feeds and 5 dashboards. I'll explain that in a second. There's also a pay version if you need more than that. But it's just a really nice IoT cloud platform where you can upload your data to. So once you've created an account, you go to feeds, and now we'll create a new feed for each of our environmental variables that we're measuring. Okay, so in each of these feeds, we will basically be saving one environmental variable at a time, and we'll be able to get nice graphs and so on that show us this data. What I'd also like to do, though, is create one more feed called all, simply, where we will upload the entire line of data. Just like we're writing the lines of comma-separated data to the CSV files internally, we'll just upload those lines so that later on we can just download the bulk of data through this all feed. So what you need to do now is take a look at your username and make note of your key. Copy that. And then we'll go back here. And first of all, what we need to do is to uncomment all these bits. So we'll uncomment that, and we'll uncomment that. Then this is where you enter your username and your key. And finally, down here, we need to uncomment that. Now, before we run that, we need to do one more thing, and that is download the Adafruit IO Python client. So I will copy this and I'll go back here, save, of course. And then we will sudo git clone paste that web address and wait for it to download. And then I think it's one of those things where, oh yeah, they show you here. We just did this manual install. So I'll copy this. Let's see if this works. Ah, no, we need to cd into IO client, and then we can run this Python setup.py install command. Okay, that didn't work because I need to use sudo Python setup install. Okay, I think we're good to go. So we'll cd out of that directory. We already did save this. So let's just hope for the best. Sudo python iws.py, and let's see what happens. Okay, so the script has been running for some time now, and now if I go to back to Adafruit IO, we can see that the last time it recorded a minute ago. And it's actually starting to record the values here. And like I said, I'm in a web browser here, so this is online now. And if I look, for instance, at temperature, not much variation here, but here you can see, well, very slight variations. And you can see how every minute it's logging now, giving you a timestamp here. Let's look at something more interesting, maybe noise. And, well, yeah, I mean, these are just voltages, right? So it's just giving you sort of relative values. And this was actually a moment where a friend came in and we started talking, so it was slightly louder. Now that I'm speaking, it's also louder. So it's picking up on that. What else? Well, slightly diverging CO2 values here. Well, anyway, I think you get the idea, and you get how this would be powerful. Maybe just lastly, so that I can show you what I meant by this. There is no data to display because the value here is an entire line. So what we can do here is download all data, download as CSV. I think we need to wait for a second here. Need to do this. Yeah, here we go. Link, so we can download that. And I will open it. And there we go. So here we can see we've got the timestamp. Where is it? The timestamp goes through here. This is the temperature, humidity, and so on. And it's got a feed ID, and well, okay, it's got its own internal timestamp, but you can see how that deviates from my time zone here. So anyway, I hope you got the broader picture of what this means. Pretty powerful tool. The only thing that's still missing with our weather station is that currently it's still connected to a breadboard, and I would like to show you how to create a really nice condensed weather station where we solder everything onto a perf board, and that's going to be the last part of this tutorial series. Anyway, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the final stretches in the next video.